everyone, Makozi Racing Internacional salutes you. This is Nick Makozi, practicing for round 4 the manufacturer series in the FIA GT Championships, exhibition season 2019-2020, and we're in a very strong lobby. We've got a lot of fast drivers here from a lot of regions. I think we have a fast driver from almost every single one, so it's a nice strong lobby. Yeah, it's good to be able to practice with these guys. Be able to learn something for sure. Starting up the race now. We'll see what we can do. We've got IOF Racing, unfazed, dual wheeled, a lot of fast guys. Quite a strong lobby, like I said before. Plenty of fast drivers. I'm going to do a qualifying lap now, which is kind of the first time I've done qualifying here in a long time. I'm just going to keep our speed down. Hi Cindy, welcome to the stream. The important thing here in qualifying is to really save your tires and fuel as well, because in race pace we're going to have to be using like 50% per lap, but in qualifying obviously we're going to have the engine turned up a bit higher, we're going to be pushing more, so it's better to have some fuel left over. Hi Sergio, yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, thanks. I just found it. Like the moment I saw it, I tried to get in as quickly as possible, because I knew that you have IOF Racing, you have Originals, you have Firestorm, Unfazed, you have Dual Wheeled, all these great drivers, and you can't find many better lobbies to practice manufacturers. I'm gonna put the brake balance up -5, so I don't wear the rears out. The fronts will be fine, no doubt. We're just careful on the brakes. So opposed to the normal fuel burning that you would see in regular FIA lobbies, this time you actually need to save fuel to have enough for the lap. the AMG GT3, so comparing with that Supra, we should be okay. Like, they're fairly equal on performance-wise around this track, so we'll try our best to manage to equal IOF and dual wheeled, because they're both very fast around here. You see Original's back there in the Ferrari. Try and keep up with IOF. But he is pushing a little bit more than I would have expected on an outlap. Take off here, be nice and calm. Qualify high up enough to be okay for the race. Yeah, it is. It's a very nice sound. We have a brake balance on -5, and you can probably notice the rears are still using more. Like, there's still no front tire wear, but the rears have a little bit right now. So when we do our fast lap, we're going to have to keep that in mind, because near the end of the lap, the rears will maybe be a bit more unpredictable than you would expect during a race. Yeah, just being careful, but also trying to push a lot on the lap too. So I feel we should be fine now. So now we're behind Drew. Welcome to the stream. Now we're just going to get the tyres warmed up a little bit, so we don't get caught off guard. I'm going to put the brake balance to -1. It's really important to have a clean lap here. Before we're getting on the Nordschleife, the the rear tires are slightly worn now. okay lap so far. Mistake. It's good they're not too close to us. Come on, the putts, don't get in the way now. It's one thing we don't need. Maybe he's going to help me with the slipstream, we'll see. Yeah, it's good, we're just inside the slipstream. Yeah, we're definitely inside. That he's helping. Thank him very much for that. Just remember, I need to brake early here. That's okay lap. I don't expect it to be the fastest for sure since we have IOF and Firestorm, but we'll see. There's still plenty of time left. That was an okay lap. Okay. Yeah, there's IOF 1 second in front. Thanks, Rick, and yeah, thank you, Cindy. I think there was definitely that extra second in that one, but the slipstream that we got on the final straight was very good. One second off Igor. He's got a good car for this track. Supra is very decent around here. So is the AMG. Like, I'm not giving any excuses, but we're both kind of equal in terms of car. He got probably everything right. I missed out in some sectors. I was being a bit too tensed. I was panicking. Yeah, maybe a bit too eager too. Tell it. It's bad last, but I'll call it. Yeah. Well, you can see that Dual Lord and Fraga, and IOF both made it work. So now it's going to be a job in the race to beat them. Yeah, that's a very fast time. It's got kind of better tire wear, and it's got that very good acceleration too. And Toyota's got the faster top end as well, but I don't think there's an excuse because I had a slipstream. So going on to the race. Thank you, Fabro. And thanks, Simon. I don't know about that. We'll see. There was a fuel update as well to some of the Group 3 cars, so I'm not so sure how the Supra will do here now. Hi, Jewel. I'm gonna start off quiet, guys, because I need to focus for this one. Okay, that was a good race. Fortunately, Dual World hit the barrier on the corner exit, and whatever run I had on him, that just got annihilated. Yeah, good close racing. Could have won for sure. I don't know. Again, I was hesitating maybe a bit too much. Good race. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Carlos. Very good race.
You congratulate him?
Yeah. Let's see who came third. Unfazed. So I'm gonna say well done to him. I wanted to win that so badly, but yeah, I decided not to do like a replay of the final race. We had a Nürburgring, so yeah, lots of fun. Very nice. Might have a look at the replay. I wasn't interested how the tires were on that Supra, how much you refueled exactly. It's a shame that IOF spun out coming onto the Nordschleife. So I think it would have been a very nice three-way scrap for first if he was still in the lead back then. Yeah. What do I want to say? The Supra should be a bit better now than it was previously here. Sure, it's not quite as fast on the straights, but it's lost only like 5 horsepower. It's still very strong. You can see with the Mercedes, even in the slipstream, I couldn't get past them. Like I couldn't get kind of obviously in front with the top speed. So that shows that the Supra is still very strong on the straights, but now it's got that weight buff that's going to help it a lot with tire wear and cornering. So I don't know, I think it's become a better car. You don't know its tires, Rick. Wait, you just came into the lobby, right? Because if you're in the lobby, you're another top driver, so we gotta see how that works. It's okay, but like high tire wear tracks, yeah. This track seems to be a bit better for slow corners, yeah. I actually sweated a little bit there for this race. Yeah, I saw that, Rick. Yeah, you're coming back in. It's good. If we can get a race with you, IOF, and unfortunately Jewel went out, but if you three were here, all three of you guys in a Toyota, oh, that would be a big challenge for me to get by. Like, in my opinion, after the Ford GT, you guys have the best car for Nürburgring. Ford GT, in time trial at least, is just hands down the best on some part. I don't know why, because you can get on the traction so early. Like, you can get on the acceleration so early and it can really push out of the corners. But race pace, I don't think the Ford doesn't really excel as much as the Toyota and the Mercedes. Mercedes has a bit less qualifying pace, in my opinion, but it is pretty good. Yeah, Rick, you're getting disconnected again, eh? Unfortunate. I don't know, just keep trying. Keep like clearing your cache and trying to get back in, because yeah, you're really fast, mate. I wanna have a go at you. I wanna see how good I can do. It's just a lot of fun. I hope my races will be a bit like this later in the day. If it can be like this later tonight, it'll be very fun for sure. Because who's using the Supra? Who's using it? Sidog. Yeah. Sidog's okay. He won at the live event against me on the last corner. So, no surprise there. There you go, Rick. You're probably in right now. You're in? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it. You haven't disconnected yet, so... Yeah, you're probably in. And IOF is left. So that strategy that I did right there, along with the other cars, the other two Toyotas, unfortunately IOF didn't manage to finish the race. That strategy, starting on the mediums and going 2 laps and then pitting in, putting fuel and changing tires, doing that last lap a bit more vigorously, seems like the best strategy for now, because you have like a net lighter car. If you just do it the other way around and you only do 1 lap at the start, you're going to be starting with 100 litres of fuel for that 1 lap. So you've got 50 extra litres that you need to deal with. Apart from when you pit on the second lap, you do the last lap, just 1, you have 50 litres less. So that's a much lighter car. Okay, around 50 litres, you might have to put some more if you want to push. But it's a lot lighter car, so it doesn't waste the tyres as much and you can go faster. So I don't know. I don't think hards really pay off at all, because you can't save the tyres whatsoever. Sorry, you can't save the fuel. It's just not possible to make it save enough fuel for 3 laps. Will I be doing Dragon Trails? Unfortunately not, Fabra. I'm just gonna focus today on manufacturers. I've decided what car I'm going to be using for Nations, but that's going to be a secret that you guys will be able to see later today in the first round. Sorry, when the first slot comes up. Look at that. Going over the hill right there, it didn't seem to... The front end didn't seem to lift up quite as much as the Mercedes. So I don't know. I think the Supra's faster in like long, very fast sustained corners. It's got that kind of stick to the front end. It really wants to hold the car down. There's a lot of air resistance. I'm just gonna go out and drive a bit. You can see. Sorry, where's Rick? You see the tires are a bit more balanced right there. So the front and rears are kind of a bit more balanced than the Mercedes. Mercedes saves the fronts. Maybe, I'm not sure. The front's a little bit better. But that, near the end of the lap, or at the end of the stint, really distorts the handling characteristics, so it doesn't feel quite balanced. Super fast, but really unlucky last one. Yeah, that's true. Australia. Yeah, he got got unfortunate in his semi-final, I believe, for Nations Cup. I'm not sure if he did manufacturers. Yeah, I don't believe he did manufacturers, but he got unlucky in the first corner of his semi-final for Nations Cup and just couldn't do anything about it. Hope he has better luck next time. See, our total time was 24 minutes 59.2. That was 2 seconds slower than what we tried yesterday. So I believe that was all down to the fighting and being in the slipstream and whatnot, saving fuel, not having a really clear track in front of you. But honestly, I think there are 4 seconds in that total time for sure. See something. Okay. So Mano Rodri, you said something like a high. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that during the race. I was a little bit busy battling the Toyotas, but hi there. Sorry for the late reply. See that? I don't think I was going really flat out there, but you could see the front just flew up into the air. And I don't think the Toyota does that, so it's got a bit more front downforce when it's going very fast. It has more of a Venturi effect than the Mercedes. Yeah, we'll find a way to beat it, because previous race we had a bit more fuel. We were in the slipstream pretty much the entire time, so we were able to save a bit more. Pulling off early on corner entry, not forcing the car too much, we were able to also save the tyres a bit. And then on that last lap we could push. And then dual wheel just using that top speed advantage of the Toyota. Stayed in front, did everything right, didn't put a foot wrong. He clipped the barrier in the last corner, on the exit of the last corner, and I actually got a better exit. But because I was almost immediately behind him, there was nothing I could do. So it was a small tap. He probably didn't lose anything, he just gained instead of losing out. And a 3-lap race at Nürburgring to be decided by 1/10. That is close, sure. Yeah, I noticed that, Rick, sure. Got those long, what do you have there? You've got that, in the Adenauer forest where I just went right now, you don't have too much to improve on, but like the car isn't absolutely stellar there, but on this section now, at the end of it, the fast left-hander, that's a good one for the Supra. Fast right-hander that comes right after it before the hairpin leading to the carousel, corner going onto the Dottinger. Yeah, there are some places where it really is a lot faster around there, like it's noticeably faster. So you guys got a good all-round car for this round. Bridge section, yeah, that's that was before this fast section that I just passed, right? That's called the Adenauer Forests. Like, it's what it's more popularly known as, because that's literally where the Adenauer Forest is. There's a small village near that bridge. Sorry, Adenauer is a town, not a village, sorry. Yeah, that section of the track, it isn't the greatest for the Supra, but everywhere else it's pretty decent. Yeah, exactly, that's right. Where are you? In front of me. Yeah, go on track, like, we'll battle each other while we wait for the qualifier to start. Have a bit of fun. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I don't remember all the corners of the Nordschleife. There you go. Because I don't think Mitchy's going to be... Either he's away from the console at the moment. I don't know, he's watching. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, I know that. Yep, okay, got it. Yeah, I'm starting to remember some of the corners. It's been a while since I've reminded myself. I used to know them all. Yeah, just go full out, Rick. Don't hesitate at all. Right there. I mean, also the fact that he's in the slipstream isn't helping, but I'm able to make some small gaps coming out of these more technical slow speed sections, where you have to carry a lot more speed. That's where the Supra can shine. It's got the suspension to handle the curbs on this track too, so it doesn't get how do you say, unsettled. Okay, now let's see in this section, if you can get it right, you'll see that it'll start closing up on me. not by much, but he'll start. Yeah, you can see right there in the rearview mirror. He got that okay, and you can see he's really getting up to my rear bumper right now. Into this corner. Should be okay too. This is part of the Ardenal Forest section. We're going into it now. This is the technical, complex part of the track where you can't... If you push too much, you're just going to go off into the barriers. Oh. There's Rick touching the old grass and just going off track. We'll wait for him to get rid of the damage, or I don't know. Just hold up a bit. No, it's no problem, Rick. No problem at all. Don't worry about it. I want to have some fun. Yeah, fighting a Supra, I don't think there's too much more fun in that. Maybe a Viper or a Subaru, they're all pretty good, decent around here. Maybe a Lexus, but yeah. If I can have a nice race or battle with a fast driver, which isn't too rough, yeah, I enjoy that. And this is the, like I said again, this is the section that Supra will struggle a little bit in. Here you see catch the grass, but that was kind of an unforced driving error. Even if we're not kind of doing an all-out push at the moment, we are a bit under fuel. Yeah, watching 6 gear, I'm not going to have any chance. Look, he's just pulling away right now. After I go out of the slipstream to try and maybe think of a move. See, fast left-hander, gaining a bit. I almost spin out. So I'm going to the limits of the track here and see how much better that Supra is dealing with the fast corners. I'm not sure how it handles carousel though. I'm thinking it does struggle like a tiny bit, but I've yet to figure this corner out entirely so I can capitalize on that. Using a bit of the grass. This corner should be okay. This corner, I figured out how to get it a lot better now, so see, I'm catching up to Rick. This one I'm staying in third. This one you should be better. See, he just extends that by 2/10, no problem. Compromises his entry into the next corner. the entry to the Dottingerhöhe, you should see he gets a bit of a... Oh, if I don't mess that up, but he does get the corner a bit better. Bucket list not to race, but just, yeah, I respect that, but to truly enjoy it, you should go and like do the Turismo, like the single lap that you can go in your own car, or you can rent one, just to have a, you can drive at your own pace around the track and just enjoy the view. Because it's one thing to be on the side of the track doing like VLN or the 24-hour racing, hearing V8s and V12s and V6s and V10s and all those sorts of engines just screaming by. But it's another thing to like experience the Nordschleife yourself. Okay, I think because we're only like 5 people and Mitchie doesn't seem to be doing anything, I'm gonna go out and find a different lobby. Yeah, tires are bad. You just need to get used to saving them. It means easy on the brakes and not pushing too hard. One thing even to do a Nürburgring taxi with an experienced driver. Yeah, that isn't bad. Is there any bigger lobby? There's one with Calster here. Some fast guys, but they're in the middle of practice, so I don't think we'll be able to join them. My teammate, he's doing qualifying, so that isn't one. So, yeah, just a second. Okay, so I'll go into FTAnt's room. I'm just interested to see how he drives, because this exhibition season he's going for Porsche, and I've been talking to him and everything, and he's doing okay with it, and I'm interested what's his sort of pace with the RSR. Yeah, fuel map definitely makes it better, Rick. If you kind of use higher revs, but in a kind of a lower fuel map, sorry, in a higher fuel map, you'll be going slower, and you won't be using up the tires so much. Yeah, thanks, Bernal. Great to see you again, mate. How's it going? I'm in here with Anthony, just watching him qualify now. And by the looks of things, you've got a very good car. You're using the Supra. Yeah, my races aren't for another about 10 hours. So yeah, this is earlier in the day, just getting a bit more practice in, getting ready for the manufacturers. I'm not going to focus really too much today on getting ready for Nations, because I already have it all figured out. But yeah, good. I may do some laps in my evening in about 4 or 5 hours, or I'll be busy then I won't be able to catch you for that. Yeah, I did a race with Dual Wheeled and Fraga, IOF Racing, earlier, about 20 minutes ago. And yeah, looking at the car, I think it's very strong here. But now I'm just gonna move on, watch Anthony. Yeah, thanks Benel, you too. Hopefully somehow figure out the time differences and be able to practice together. See Anthony here, his tires are looking okay this far into the lap. Pace wise, I'm not sure. We'll see now. Because it's not actually showing how far we are into the lap. But let's see. Looks like he's braking maybe a tiny bit early. I don't know, I can't compare it to any splits, so yeah, I'm just going to assume he's on a good lap for now. Yeah, that was a good exit. Originals here with the Ferrari. It's got a bit less front tyre wear, but a bit more rear tyre wear because, yeah, of course it's a Ferrari, and the moment you slide it out, the rears are kind of gonna go away like butter. And just as I say that, he spins out, so unfortunate. And he's still in his lap. I think you could probably beat Fraga, don't know. If you can, because I remember when we were practicing for Interlagos, you had some really good pace when you were driving the Mercedes. And yeah, if you can apply that same sort of pace to the Toyota here around the Nürburgring, I think you'd be a very big threat to him. Definitely have a chance. I mean, there aren't too many people that can beat Fraga on a single lap in terms of time trial, qualifying pace, but in the race you can get him. He's not. There are some weaknesses to his driving, like everyone. Everyone has a weakness of some sort. Anthony's looking pretty strong right now. I mean, the lag isn't really completely helping me see exact braking points and whatnot, but looking at the speed that he's carrying through the corners and the lines he's taking, roughly I think he's on a good lap. Oof, that was close to disaster right there. Out at corner exit. It's good that he saved it. straight. He's using a nice livery there, the Mantai Porsche that came second, I believe, this year in the 24-hour race. Nice livery, nonetheless. Actually got to see it in real life when I went there for the World Tour event back in June. So, yeah. Amazing sounding car. That flat six just screams when it passes by. Yeah, sure, Lexus. It's easy to make a lot of mistakes here. 813.2, so 813.2. That's okay. What did I do? I did an 810 or an 89. I think maybe it was an 810, somewhere around there. So yeah, 3 seconds across like 27 kilometers. It isn't a big difference. I also had the slipstream on my lap, so yeah, that counted towards something. 809. Okay, yep, thanks, Fabro. And now they're gonna get into the race. Yeah, oh, okay, Anthony's by himself. So I'll just yeah, he's probably gonna do the race by himself. Okay. So, yeah, maybe it would be better like this. So we can, like the three of us that didn't get to do qualifying can have a chance having a race. Oh, sorry. My mistake. So the grid by host. So yeah, because Anthony did that. Yep, I'll just go to the back. What's the best strategy in race, Nisman? Okay, I did a previous race with IOF and Jewel, both in the Toyota, and what I noticed and what I did testing from the previous day, I think that doing 2 laps at the start, sorry, 2 laps at the start with medium, okay, or hard by your choice. Then pitting in at the end of the second lap, refueling to about 50%. If you can get it, if you can get the car to save 50%, refuel to about 50, 52. Put mediums on for that last lap and push to the end. I mean, push with the tires. You have to save with some fuel, but yeah, I believe that's the fastest strategy. Like 2 laps on either medium or hard, depending on the car and if you're confident enough that you can save the tires. Pit in at the end of the second lap, refuel to about 50, 52. Do the last lap on mediums. Yeah, no problem, Nisman. This strategy means that you have like a net lighter car. If you did it the other way around and you started and did that first lap only on mediums, you would have had to drive around with 100 liters of fuel. So it would be a bit slower. But this way you have you use that extra fuel in that one lap that you have to save actually the tires and the fuel and everything, and you can have a bit less fuel on that last lap, so you can push a bit more. But yeah, if you stay tuned and just see here, I'm gonna do that now, so you can see how it looks like in the Mercedes. So we're starting third. Anthony's put us in that position. We have Originals in second, Anthony in first, AGT Faku Zape in fourth with the AMG, and Fabro in fifth, also with the AMG. Brake balance -1, because for the Mercedes you need to get the tyre web balanced. And on zero the rears kind of start to give out on that second lap. The Originals and Anthony fighting it out. It's very important to take off early. Don't stress the tires too much on the braking. If you do that, you're just going to ruin everything. And on that second lap, you're going to have no pace whatsoever. You're going to be struggling a lot to get around the corners. And any main overtaking, you want to get it done here on the Nürburgring GP circuit. After that, you need to kind of deal with having to stay behind someone in the Nordschleife, unless they make an obvious mistake and you go for it. Yeah. I'll just take off, change gears earlier so I don't accidentally tap Anthony. It seems that the RSR isn't coping too well with the kind of harsh curbs. Fabro left the race there. Right now I'm not really pushing 100%, I'm just being careful not to do any unmeaningful harm. Just saving the fuel while I'm at it. Saving the tires too. That was close, he could have gone off there. like the Supra, it can carry a bit more speed through sustained high-speed corners. So generally, you'll see it doing better on the start of the lap and near the end of it too. This middle section, it will, I don't know about the gearing, but it might not be absolutely shining. Off a little bit because I don't see a clear way past these two cars. Definitely not for sure. If there's any overtaking that you want to get done, it's either here or on the Dottinger Höhe. Apart from that, and on the GP circuit, if you don't get that overtaking done there, you have to rely on someone making a mistake, like an obvious one going wide or missing the braking point, or having a small moment, almost spinning out. That's the only time you can think about doing an overtake in this most likely part of the circuit. Man, this is close. We're within 4/10 of each other. This is crazy. This is how it is sometimes in real life too. So just imagine how it would look like witnessing cars so close to each other, centimeters away from going off track. The sound is just so great. Yeah, hi Fanny Sport. Yeah, you missed a really good race between me, IOF and Jill World. It was a very close one. IOF unfortunately retired at almost the midpoint of the second lap, but after that me and Jill World, we had a nice tussle for the lead. Went down to the last corner again, just like the World Tour did in Nürburgring. And guess what? He was in a Toyota, so almost exactly the same situation. You can see those MR cars getting a slight edge on the exit. Now I should be able to use the slipstream and slip by. Okay, so we're doing 3 wide. There we go, 3 wide. Going from the outside. We're going to go extra lap. See, they're both following through. We saved up some more fuel because we were keeping behind in the slipstream. the first lap is about 4 seconds slower than last time. So I don't know, we might be able to get under the 25-minute mark because we've got some extra fuel, we can push on the straights a bit more. But we'll see. Tyres are a tiny bit better for this second lap than last time. So if we don't make any mistakes, we can make something happen. Oh, okay, that was a bit of lag right there. Yeah, we're overfueled at the moment, so we can push better in the straights. Oh, who's that? Originals left. Ah, come on. Probably made a mistake. Yeah, he was doing pretty well in that Ferrari up to that point. We're gonna drop it down a bit, get Anthony a bit closer, just have some fun. And he might, because it's an MR, his tires might be struggling a tiny bit right now, but it's better to have, we'll help him on the straights at least. So it gives them a chance to see and practice how the slipstream works too. You can't use any softer tire, Lexus. Medium's the softest. If you're careful with your mediums, you can make them last 2 laps. But the softest compound that you can use in for this round is medium. No point, like, it's not possible to put on softs. But yeah, you pit in for new tires. You refuel and you pit in for new tires. Oh, Anthony there. Come on. I don't like that. Come on. Should have continued with the race. Yeah, unfortunate. It happens. Yeah, that's the problem with MR cars. If you... It won't be able to watch because of the time difference. Yeah, no problem, Andrew. You can always come back and rewatch the stream if you're interested in how it went. Ferrari too sensitive to bumps. Yeah, definitely. I'll try and find like a quick lobby. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Like Original said there in the chat, Ferrari, MR cars in general just can't handle the bumps as well as some FRs. So there's got to be a lobby here somewhere. No. Yeah, this one with Calster that we've been trying to get in from previously. Yeah, it's got faster drivers. It's got Bellin, it's got Sky Pittman, Calster himself, Firestorm. Rick is in there, Olenya. If we can somehow get into that one. Or at least watch. So we can learn something from it. Qualifying times, anything under 8 minutes 10 or 8:11, that's pretty close to the sharp end of the grid for the start of the race. From about 8:12 upwards, it'll probably be a bit more spread out. It won't be so, like there won't be such a high potential of getting pole position. It could happen if some people mess up their laps, but you need to get under 8:12s to have a chance. So yeah, sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get into a lobby here. We just started the race too, so we'll see if there's anything at Nordschleife. Sorry, Nürburgring 24 hours. Anyone that's wondering about Man of Nations Cup in terms of strategy, I think it's just a one-stop. If you go there and try and save the softs as much as you can, do a one-stop. Bigatos. Not going to go there because it doesn't look competitive. Yeah, the only good lobby I can see right now is Calster's. There's some chance it opens up. I'm immediately jumping in there. Yeah. So lobby the beat in. Berlin is probably still with Ford. I'm not sure. He's been driving with Ford for a long time, so he would probably be doing okay for qualifying. The race, I don't know. Might be struggling a bit. Yeah, this is kind of like a short break, guys. Feel free to go get some refreshments, relax. Getting the practice in early. Yeah, I did a race previously with IOF Racing and dual wheeled. It was a lot of fun. Lost out by 1/10, and it came down to the last corner just like it did in the live event World Tour. So yeah, Lexus shouldn't be too bad around here for you, Noble, but considering it's such a large track, anything can happen. If you keep it on the black stuff where all the grip is, you will be fine. Come on, let me in. There's got to be another bit of room. Everyone seems pretty dedicated or involved with that race right there. Manufacturers. Are you going to be doing this round of manufacturers, Noble? Top speed is a downfall for Lexus. Yeah, ever since that small nerf that they got after the physics change back in what it was, July, I think. Yeah, they've been struggling for that top end a bit, but it is pretty decent still. Yeah, you're gonna risk it. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Look forward to seeing you there. Come on. Nobody's going out of that race. They're all probably in it. 16.5, 16, 3 laps. Probably be here for another 5 minutes at least. A+ lobby, so all very high driver rankings in that one. Have you done any qualifying practice, Noble? Like, have you gotten a time out of that Lexus yet? Because I'd say your pace is around 8:15s, like under 8:15s for sure, at least for the Lexus. Still full. I want to get another race in. Yeah, while we're waiting for these guys to finish, I'm just gonna do a short review of the race that I did in the first one, so you guys can. I'm interested in the tires of the Supra, how well they were doing, and yeah, compare it to my tires, because I was saving somewhat more than usual, but I don't think it was a lot better. I was in the end I was 2 seconds slower than yesterday when I was practicing. So yeah, you can see 24:59, and compared to last time, 57:626. So under 2 seconds, but that was with the wrong strategy anyway. So let's say like 3 seconds off. Have a quick look, just see how IOF lost it. Have a short look at the battles that were happening on the first, second and third lap. Yeah, hopefully get back in time to catch the next race in Casters Lobby. At least get there before the race finishes, so someone that gets out, we can just quickly take the place. What's the right strategy? You'll see that now, Noble. It's 2 laps with mediums at the start, then 1 lap at the end, also on mediums. Yeah, exactly, that's it. That's the one. Because for some cars the hards are not viable at all. You can see that we did qualifying earlier. IOF was a second in front of me. Dual World was a 2.9, and I got lucky enough to have some slipstream on my lap too. So yeah, I was very grateful for that. But I knew that I had to do my best to pull off some sort of result in the race. So just going to go a bit further into this. You can see the Supra was struggling in some slower sections of the track. Like you'll see here, I can get a slightly better run. It's not quite so noticeable, but I was catching up to IOF, and he's a really fast driver, so if I'm able to keep up with him, that's a good sign. But he also might be holding back saving fuel tires, because you can see that he's got a bit more fuel than me, just slightly, but his front left is slightly worse for wear. So in this straight IOF, he goes for the move on dual wheel holds back. As you can see, he has slightly less fuel, slightly more worn front tires, so probably does it on purpose to not get involved too much in a fight, not let me get too close to. See, there are 3 regions fighting for the lead. Firestorm not too far behind the Nissan. I expected him to be a bit more closer, but yeah, it seemed that he was struggling. Both Toyotas, both almost going off. This section particularly, at this corner. See, they almost went off track. Yeah, they both saved it, so no, they didn't lose too much. Jewel missed the corner here slightly. Yeah, I agree. It's a nice livery. It's got like a chrome blue base. He's put white stickers over it, and he's put the Kingdom Hearts on that car. Yeah, I remember playing that when I was a bit younger. That was a nice game. Moving on. I almost go off from this corner. I think, oh no, that was on the next lap, my apologies. But the Supra just gets a lot more front end grip going through that corner, so it can push. And you can see right now both IOF and dual wheel have worse front tires and a bit less fuel. I have slightly better tires, so I wasn't pushing quite as much as them, and I was able to save. But you can see I'm just holding on in the slipstream. Dual wheel is putting in the car in a lower fuel mix to save fuel, so that's why he hasn't gotten so close as you would have expected to IOF. And yeah, I'm trying everything to just keep up with him at this point, because once you're outside of the slipstream, you can see Firestorm there. He has great tyre wear, that Nissan, but without that slipstream he can't do anything. He just, yeah, he's gonna have a lonely race in 4th. So, moving on, stays pretty equal. IOF gets a 0.5 second penalty for cutting the right part of the chicane, as you can see that. He probably didn't take off as much as he should have, and he cut the right of the Schumacher S. You see there's a 0.5 penalty just under his name. So I'm keeping up with dual wheel. I'm not going for anything too risky, but on the second lap, on the entry onto the Nordschleife, the first corner, IOF makes the rare mistake. He gets too eager on the acceleration, spins out. Like, oh, you can see it again. It starts here. He starts pushing a bit too much. You see he's losing it there on the left. Car's getting unsettled. He's not humming it down too much. He just mashes the front throttle and there's nothing more to expect. He doesn't finish the race. And Firestorm inherits third. So pretty much for the rest of the second and third lap, it's just me dual-wheeled duking it out first. I'm doing my best to keep up with him and save fuel. Getting some corners better as well, getting some good exits. If you look at the tyre wear there, it's starting to become a lot more noticeable how much worse his fronts and rears are, and that he has a bit less fuel. And I go down into fifth again to try and get a run on him, but yeah, it's a Supra. You can't really beat that unless you have a big run on him in terms of top speed. So moving on, I just stay second for the rest of the lap before the dotting of her. See that Jewel's still able to push a bit more in that one corner, going wide slightly. This time I knew I had to get in front of him. I wasn't sure how much fuel he had, and if I got in front of him on the straight and I got into the pits before him, it's just that little bit of an advantage that you can that gives you kind of that confidence boost. And you see it, the moment I get in front, I just immediately go to the left to try and avoid giving him the slipstream. But apparently that's not possible, so I just continue on the racing line. He's close behind, and we both go into the pits. See there, I have 9 litres, he has 6 litres. This is the strategy I'm talking about. 2 laps at the start on medium, pit in at the end of the second lap. We refuel to about something more than 50 litres. I refueled to about 52, 53. Dual wheel, he went on to 56. Just had a bit more fuel on board so he could push a bit better. This lap, he was just chasing me, pretty much. You can see right there, he's getting closer and closer. To the Savinal section, I'm able to maintain the gap, even get a bit further away. And on the straight, I thought that I would have to defend. I would have to go into the lower gear and use more fuel to defend against him, but you can see here I just kept middle of the road. Tapped me slightly. Yeah, it's a good position to defend from. If you stay in the middle of the road, it kind of puts people off from going either side, because there's just enough for a car to fit in there, but no one probably has the courage to pull it off. So he stays behind me pretty much the rest of the lap. I'm doing everything I can to stay in front. I have better tyres, but I have less fuel, so I'm not pushing quite as much as I would like. You can see that for a moment he almost goes for an overtake on a part of the track that I haven't really seen many overtakes happen before. Yeah, but he just pulls off. here in straight. I decided to change into 6 earlier, so he gets in front of me, so he can't absolutely cement his position. I changed the fuel mix down so I can get behind him earlier, so I have more slipstream. You can see that I'm back into fuel mix when I'm using the slipstream. We're kind of neck and neck at this point. And this is almost an exact replica of Manufacturer Series at Nürburgring, but I was on the other side. I decided to pull off early, dual wheel brakes late, and you see that he hits the wall coming into that last corner, coming out of the last corner, and I get a better run, but there's nothing I can do. So yeah, I just bump him, tap him a bit. In the end, we finished 1/10 apart. It was a very good race. I think the Toyota is a better car here. Mercedes is also very solid, but it was a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see later tonight, if we can get that sort of race in. I'm just going to check if, yeah, Calster, you see we timed it perfectly. There's one spot in there and we're getting in. That's good. The moment they finish this race, we'll probably get into qualifying, have a chance of doing one last race for now. I'm gonna go off and do some other stuff for the rest of the day, and yeah, just relax before the races tonight. The race will be in about 9 hours. You can see, okay, that's good. So we're able to join, I believe, on the last lap. See how the fuel is. Yeah, this is the last lap. See there, Rick racing against him previously. He's also in that Supra. That's a very strong car here. You can see, obviously, he's making a big gap. Nico Aldi and Creaser. Alenia in the Aston Martin. Further down it's Bottle Sparks, I Love Cat, Nickelby and Russ Robert spinning out there, unfortunately, in the McLaren. Yeah, just not having a good race. So we'll watch Rick, how he drives, how he takes the corners. Because in some spots, like in that previous corner before the left-hander that he took in third, he could carry a lot more speed than I could. We were both driving with each other. Just going off the track slightly. Nothing too bad, but you can see how in these slower sections of the track the Supra does have a small weakness. Something like Chevrolet, who's in second place for Nicolardi. The only weakness I see in this car is maybe the tyre wear slightly. But other than that, it's got very good top speed, good fuel saving ability. Yeah, overall a pretty well-rounded car, like the Mercedes. Wow, and you see that Toyota, it's getting in the 252s, 252, 253 almost kilometers per hour. You can't even think about doing that in Mercedes. It just shows how much better top speed it has at the moment, despite getting a power nerf and a weight buff. At this moment, the Chevrolet has a bit better tires. The gap looks like it's around 6-7 seconds. Rick almost going a bit too wide in that left straight there. So he was part of the winning team that got victory in the Manufacturer Series back in the Nürburgring World Tour Live event. You can see why they won, because they had he's doing a really good job right now, putting the Supra in all the right places. Yeah, that's definitely how he managed to make that lead over like 10 seconds back at the live event. So it's a good job by him, by Yamato Racing or Tomoyaki Yamanaka and Sidog. They're all doing a good job with their car. We had the outside chance because we were a bit unfortunate with how the race turned out for us. We got hit by BMW slightly. Yeah, good race nonetheless. It came down to the last corner. Wish it ended differently, of course, but it is what it is. See here the Supra getting 273 on the straights, 274. Mercedes is getting about 271. In this downhill section it's 278, 277, so it's equalizing slightly with the Supra, which is good to see. And there you go, Rick wins it, and his total time is just under 24 minutes and 59 seconds, so that's a competitive time. He most likely had a free track for the entire race, so very well done to him. Nicoardi comes in second, Krisa third, Alenia fourth. Rick, they're saying he did a two-stop. Wow, okay. Well, good job there. Very well done. That's very fast. Gotta go, mate. Yeah, good luck. Thanks, Noble. Yeah, see you in about 9 hours. Good luck to you too, tonight. So, Nicola D. Krisa, Milenia, Lovecat, Paul Sparks, and Nickelby finishing with the BMW. If everyone stays around for the last race, I think it'll be pretty exciting to watch. Yeah, Rick with a two-stop. That's a very fast time there, Rick. Well done. Good time. So good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no problem. That was a really good job. We'll see in this next one. I want to try and beat you. He's out there driving past him on his Nissan. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna drive around till Caster says something. We still got some pretty fast drivers in here. We've got Rick, we've got Caster, we've got Nicola D, Firestorm. Pretty decent drivers. Nicola D leaving them. Okay. I mean, as long as Rick and Firestorm and Caster don't leave, we still have a pretty decent lobby in our hands. Okay, well, 15 minutes. Thank you. Where is he? Upward bus. And my phone looks connected. Whoa, okay. Leaving left and right. Get one last race in, but won't be anything special. We have Rick and we have Caster, so it should still be an interesting race by some part, but you lose the atmosphere of a race when there's only like 6 guys in it. But you live currently near. I can't say that, Chevalier. That's private. That's something I'm gonna just keep close to myself, and that's the end of it. Go. So again, like last time, it's just going to be down to being careful with the tires. The rears seem to burn up very quickly if you're not careful. No reason to push or anything. We need to have a little bit less fuel than last time. So no, just not accelerating too hard in the corner exits. It'll be okay. Nice and slow, there's 12 minutes in it. There's nothing to worry about. Just being careful with the tires now. Not trying to use the curb so much, not trying to go too fast in the corners or accelerate harshly. How much fuel is used on the flying lap in this one? I've seen some people, they've been using over 65. Like Jaguar used 67 liters, from what I know. So I think it would be safe if you have something like 65-70% in the tank. Like, it's better to have a bit more than not enough. If you have a bit more than usual, you're not going to lose so much on that fast lap as you would when you have to save. So that's why I'm doing these practices, to know how fast I need to go to make the lap, and also to be safe fuel wise. So, and yeah, exactly, you need to save fuel. And the funny thing is, it's the opposite of how it's been lately. Lately you're going to have to do a lot of fuel burning, but this time around you actually have to do fuel saving for qualifying. So you can see some rounds are going from one extreme to the other for qualifying. So maybe finding somehow to get that perfect middle point where you don't have to use fuel You don't have to save fuel. You can just do a normal lap and that's it. Well, I don't know, let the driver choose how much fuel they can start the qualifying with. That's a good idea too. That lap is going to be slow, guys. Sorry for it not being too interesting, but it's the only way you can save enough fuel and have the tires good enough so you don't have to worry about it during your fast lap. Yeah, it's the other way around now. I can remember in Lagos and Fuji, everybody's just fuel burning like crazy, and everyone here is just going at a snail's pace to save tires and fuel. I mean, with a Mercedes, you probably need something like 60%, 62 to make it around here at pushing all the time, but I'm gonna keep it somewhere around high 60s, 68, so I don't run out at the end of the lap. Probably how they do it in real life too. They take a really slow out lap, qualifying, just kind of get used to the car, be sure that they're comfortable with it, and only then near the end of the lap they start warming the tires up and then they push. So you can see by the carousel, by the time we exited the carousel, that's when the rear tire wear starts to show. Like we've got like one slither of red on the rears. The fronts are still fine despite using -5 brake balance. But even being so careful, we still have a little bit of rear tire wear. So you need to keep that in mind when you're doing your qualifying lap, because it might want to slide a bit more than you used to in the time trial or in a race. And just be aware of that. We're looking fine in terms of fuel. Should be okay. I even want to avoid those inside curves because they seem a bit more abrasive than the outside road, which means there's more grip, but it does waste the tires a little bit more. So maybe even take the long way around so that you don't use up the rears or the fronts for that matter. So the important thing on this straight now is to get the tires kind of warmed up, because and have a gap as well. Have no one that's immediately in front of you, have no one that's behind you. You can see that Creaser and Rick starting to get close. I'm just gonna keep weaving a tiny bit, get that heat in the tires. Just a lot of weaving on this main straight. So here we go for the lap. Oh no. Yeah, that ruined our lap right there. Yeah, Rick's gonna have the pole if he doesn't make this mistake now. It's not a Ford, it's a Mercedes. GT3. Yeah, pushed too much in that corner. I think that corner's one of my more weaker parts of the track. So that mistake that I did ruined everything. Lost about 2 seconds. 2 seconds easily. It's not exactly how qualifying should have gone. The car handled itself nicely there, it's just that I was too eager in getting on the power. So I understeered into the grass, and again I was too eager and I accelerated when I shouldn't have. Yeah, you all saw what happened. Yeah, so definitely 8 or 9 in that 808. Could have started in front of Rick, but yeah. Lesson for next time, so that I don't repeat it in my slot. Comes for the races later today. And yeah, Night Cleric, this isn't the Ford, this is the AMG. You can see there on the qualifying result sheet, it's that. Yeah, I don't think that was your best time either, Rick. I think there was another second and a half of that one. I think I could have gone faster too. Sure, I just messed it up. Yeah, but you do this, you do slightly faster for the next like for your slot later, like tomorrow, it's gonna be for Alsatians. But if you can do a better time, yeah, too tired. Yeah, it's okay. After driving for about 3 hours, I'm getting a bit tired myself. I'm just gonna do something else for the rest of the day and relax. Yeah, at least we're gonna have a nice race. Okay? And you just stay up for about 3 more laps and we'll have a nice little battle. Hi Chon Chon, nice, yeah thanks. I did make a mistake on the lap though. Could have been a lot faster. Yeah, and you just fall asleep on the last straight, coming down into the last corner. Yeah, I don't think so, mate. Come on, you can do it. Caster's just behind too, so I don't know how he's gonna go. We'll see. Yeah, Rick, I'm gonna go 2 stops this race, so if you're still there and you're listening, yeah, I'm gonna try that strategy, see if it works. You can go for the same one too. In any case, we're going to be on the same piece of track at the same time, so we're both going to be pretty close to each other. Yeah, thanks Chun Chun, but again, that is nowhere near where I should be, in my opinion. I think there's another 2.5 seconds in that. Okay, you do a 1 stop. Yeah, you're doing a 1 stop, never mind. Yeah, I'm still going to do a 2 stop. I'm interested to see how much more I can actually push with the tires. Because I think the total time is faster with the 1 stop. Yeah, we'll see. Another 2.5 minutes waiting. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Okay, so I'm back just in time for the race. We're going to try a two-stop this one. So a bit more pushing on this first lap in terms of tyres, still saving the fuel. Yeah, on the second one, we're also going to be pushing a bit. So brake balance on -1 or 0. Maybe on 0 to get more turning in, but we'll stick to -1 on the Nürburgring GP part of the circuit. Thanks, Fabro. Needed to get the overtake done a bit earlier now, because now I'm going to be held by Rick on the Nordschleife slightly. The same mistake there. There you go, Rick, come on. get by you on the next straight. I can't get by him. Just like that, I can't get by. All I can do is stay in 6th. Whatever I can, maybe to save some fuel. Rick is going a bit more faster than I work in dual wheeled at the moment. He's doing a better job with the Super in terms of pushing it to the limits. I can't do anything right now. I've got to wait for the straight. Trying to get this thing turned in now. So we'll try and make an overtake stick now. And we do. So we're going to put in now. And do not refuel. So we might have a bit of traffic to get by. Looks like we'll see. We've got Calster up ahead. We're only 6 seconds behind Rick, so if we can try and get in front of Calster now without losing too much time, we need to get by for the Nordschleife. So we missed that opportunity right there. But to be frank, I don't think we could have done any more. I'm just gonna have to wait for a straight line section to get an overtake in. Yeah, now we're being held up, just like that. We need to get in front now. Thanks, Calstar. Thank you very much. Now I can go further. Like Rick made a small mistake there. That's why we gained like 0.6 all of a sudden. Maybe he forgot to brake earlier since the tyres are slightly worse. I think that's most likely what happened. In any case, that's what we're going to do to try and get close to him. Well, I feel like I can push a lot more now. 2-stop. Couldn't have gone better timing because now I've got the slipstream on this crucial part of the track. Without it, I would have been struggling a bit, for sure. Now I've got the slipstream and I can keep up with Rick. It's a massive gain right there. Rick going a little bit too wide on the grass there. We're back to where we are a lap ago. I was stuck behind slightly. So last lap's going to be interesting because by my thoughts, he's gonna kind of both be in the pit at the same time. In terms of fuel, I don't know. I've been pushing more. He's been saving. Somehow get a jump on it now. That's not it. I'm trying to attack him, but I can't find enough room to do it in. And there he goes, he hesitates. Applied the pressure, I got in front. We're still fine with fuel. We've got 13% at this point of the track. We need to have 8 by the time we get on the straight, so we're fine. Just going to try and make that gap a little bigger. I didn't push him out. So we're fine with fuel for now. We're just going to push on the straights. And we're just outside of slip steering range, so it's good, but that super, it's going to get back into it come the end of the straight, so he hasn't gained too much on me. It's good. I'm going to pit in. In terms of fuel, I think we might be kind of even. He's got a bit more fuel than me. That's because he's been going at a slower pace. So we're going to refuel to somewhere like 53, 54. So again, we can push a bit more. Oh, actually 53, but yeah, that's acceptable. So now it's going to be a fight between me and Rick. Last lap. Making some mistakes. Just falling back slightly. Should keep pushing. Gone this far into the race, there's no time to quit now. It's not over yet. I'm fine with fuel. Need to be 25% by the time I get into that fast section coming out of Adenauer Forest. So looking fine for now. Oh, we're making mistakes in that one corner. We're not getting it right. So we're just on target with fuel. Just fine. Is obviously going to get a bit closer to us because of the super this section of the track. Messed up carousel slightly. That was less than ideal. That was close. Okay. Slightly hesitating there. We're fine with fuel. So we can push as much as we want now. But don't mess it up while we're at it. That was bad. So yeah, Rick is a bit too far away now. Race should be ours. I don't know about the total time. It doesn't look like we're gonna be as fast as I thought we were. We'll see. Okay. I think there are 2 seconds there's 2 seconds in that. Like 2-stop is a bit slower, in my opinion. That 2-stop that you've got to do, that's if you're in the lead, if you want to try and attack, if you just want to have some fun. But 1 stop, I believe, is a little bit faster. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, and good job, Rick. Yeah, great job on that one stop. I saw you were struggling a little bit. And yeah, you're kind of holding me up slightly. But still, amazing effort. Thanks, Fabro. Yeah, it's good that you managed to see something and learn from it. Okay. Caster, well done. Oof. So load cell mod. That will help you feel the brakes a bit more. Yeah, a lot of time going begging. It's hard. T3PA, yeah. Hope it helps. Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping it up, guys. Just wait for Cass to have the last word when we'll go out. Okay. So out we go and get another gift car. 2 cars in one day, that's very fun. There was a 20 million Jaguar on one side and a Group 2 Nismo on the other, and it had to give me an SFR. It's probably like my 4th one to another there. Hope I could get it. So, yeah, in terms of strategy, manufacturer series, it seems really variable. It's okay, Fabro, you guys talk freely. But like I was saying, for strategy, you can either choose a 2-stop or 1-stop. 1-stop is for someone that would want to make up places and be sure that they're gonna, and they have to be confident in the tire wear. Anyone that's going for a 2-stop, they know that they can push. If they know that they can push and they know that they can make up positions fast. The problem is that there aren't too many overtaking opportunities on this big track, so it's a really big balancing act between how much you can push with those fresh tires if you do a 2-stop, or how much you can potentially save if you're careful enough on that single stop. And yeah, Rick, I agree. I think 1-stop is better. Looking right now, they're pretty equal. With 20 drivers, yeah, 1-stop. You definitely don't want to go down like 2-3 places and start fighting through the field. It's not going to be productive at all. And yeah, like Fabro says right there, too much traffic. So yeah, 1-stop is my opinion about it. we'll see later today for Oceania how it works. There'll be some other guys also streaming for Asia, the European region, North America and South America, so you guys can also check them out. See how it goes. But yeah, make sure to come back in about 8 hours, 7.5. I'm going to start up a stream for Nations and the Manufacturer Series. Thank you all for tuning in, and till next time, driving with the best. Thanks, Rick. See you soon.